Hi, everybody. I want to take a few minutes to address a few points that I feel is important to share right now. Um, by looking at social media right now, you're seeing a lot of messages about either jokes, which laughing is important. I see a lot of people complaining about others who are not following the rules, um, calling names and that kind of stuff, and then always looking at finding someone at fault for what's happening or even complaining on how it's being handled. I think at this time right now, I think the importance is to really focus on what's at hand, and what's at hand is to really get over this bump. It's temporary. Everybody know, well, most people knows that, and it's important to understand that it is temporary. The whole world will not die from it, um, but some will, unfortunately. And I think what we're being presented with is to really understand that each and every single one of us have the responsibility and have the ability to either kill people or save people. And I hate to put it this blunt, but this is really what the case is. By you going out there and not caring, not taking precautions, I'm not saying don't go out because that's not the message they're sending. But if you have to go out, wear mask, wear glove, stay away from people, don't touch people, and clean the surface you're touching so nobody gets that virus. And at the end of the day, that's really what's in front of us. We have the power, people, to kill or to save lives. We thank the people in the health industry, and I don't take me wrong, I really do appreciate their work and all, but we have to take ourselves and take responsibility for our own actions. Like I've seen a post on Facebook this morning that says from a doctor or someone who's dressed as a doctor, anyways, we're here to help you. Please stay home and help us. And I think that's a very short but strong message. I think the message is clear: is stay home, do your part, and help others and help us get through this. Because at the end of the day, you may not think that you can get it, and chances are you might be right. But what if you carry it without getting it, but you're giving it to somebody who's going to give it to someone close to you who's elderly, who's suffering already from the immune system or respiratory problems? That action that you took could kill them. Now, I'm not saying be paranoid and don't go outside and freak out. All I'm saying is do your due diligence, do your part. Listen to the leaders. Everybody who knows me knows I don't believe in politics. But the one thing I do believe is that the Prime Minister Trudeau, when he delivered his message today, was clear. And one thing that really registered to me is he's a human being like all of us. He even proved it when he went back in to get his coat because he was cold. As a prime minister, it just proved that he can make mistakes. But as a human being, trying to do what's best for all of us, keep in mind that each of us, have the responsibility for maybe a couple of people in our life. So we're responsible for a few lives. They are in charge of 35 million lives in Canada alone. So the responsibility is there, not only just for the coronavirus, but also for everything else that's around it. So they have a lot of things to think of when they make their decision, and they don't have much time to think. So do you expect them to make mistakes? I certainly do. But the one thing that I want to clear out is by doing our own part, we can help them focus on other things than how am I going to keep 35 million people at home. On another side of the token is let's take this opportunity to recharge, to maybe change the perception of things that we have. Instead of focusing on who's not following the rules, let's focus on who are. Or let's not focus about that at all. Let's focus on other things. The only control I have over this crisis is how I handle myself through it. And that's why I'm focusing on what I do. thinking of others as well in the process. I have people in my surroundings that are older and that are very susceptible, that if they do have the corona virus, that's most likely going to be the end. Do I want that? No. Am I doing my part? You bet I am. But I also doing it for people I don't know. Also changed my perception on focusing how Canadians are dealing with this. I'm not sure about the numbers for sure, but I think it's something like 70% of the Canadians are following the rules. Another 30 don't care. And quite frankly, I'm not worried about the 30% that are not following. But the 70% who are showing leadership, who are showing that they care. The one who don't will have to follow because the mass majority of us are following the rules. And I think through love and respect, I think we can get through this very easily, remind you. Financial side of things, yes, some people will be struggling more than others. There's no ifs or buts. There's going to be a lot of money who's going to be lost, but it's only money. If you were able to make money once, you can make it again. And as I seen on Facebook today is there was an article on most people complain that we don't have time to do anything. We don't have time to do this. We don't have time to do that. I wish I could follow my passion, but I don't have time. Um, Now is the time. We're ending up with time on our hands instead of taking that time to bitch and complain. Why not take that time to follow our passion, to help others, to show love, respect to one another? Do act of kindness. Not so you end up on YouTube or on Facebook, just because it in your heart you'll feel better. And you make those people feel better. And you also help those people. And if you have no intention, none whatsoever, before you do that act, and you really do that act with nothing to gain in return, I guarantee you it will come back. Karma works that way. Help without expecting anything in return, and you will get in return, guaranteed. On that note, I really hope that it helps focusing on the task at hand, which is how am I gonna deal with this crisis? What part am I gonna play in it? Am I gonna be part of the result or the solution? Not the result, but the solution? Or am I gonna be part of the reason it lasted so long? On that note, I would like to finish by inviting everybody, whether you're doesn't matter of your religion. Number one, whatever religion you are in, we are all humans at the end of the day. Let's take a few minutes in our day and send thoughts, prayers, whatever you want to call it, vibes, positive vibes, intentions, really, whatever how you call them. Take time to focus on others. Send love to people who don't have anybody around them right now. Send love to people who need loves. And send positive to this whole world. Just close your eyes for 2 seconds and imagine wrapping the whole planet into this positive, loving blanket. And for those of you who are Reiki or in Reiki, Reiki masters, first or second degree, maybe it's time that we all do our part and take a few minutes in our busy day life and send some Reiki to this whole planet. On this note, wish you guys best of luck. God bless, or whoever you believe in, bless. And I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Ciao.